So this is the elevator belt. When it comes in, we're getting ready to put it in the machine. Next is to put the elevator belt in the elevator shaft of the machine. Now that we have the elevator belt in, it's time to splice it. So now that we got both ends of the elevator belt, it's time to start the splicing process. So the first thing we need to do is remove the 5 loose splicing bolts. Just a side note, if the belt is too long, you can remove the excess belt so you have more room to work with. So now half of the belt has already been spliced. The next step is to match the other section of the belt to figure out where it's gonna be spliced at. So the way to do that is to tension it as much as you can, bring the ends together, and feel for where you're gonna put the splice in the belt. And then make a mark where that's gonna be. Now that we have the mark, we need to make a straight cut in the belt. Now that we got the piece cut off, we're ready to put the splice on. Next, we have to mark where the holes are going to be located to install the actual splice. So we have all 5 holes marked. That's where we're going to put the splice. Next step, you punch the holes in the belt. Now that we got the holes punched out, it's time to put the splice together. The next step, we insert and secure the bolts for the splicing. Now that the bolts are on, we're ready to bring the other side of the belt together. So to finish the splice, you insert the bolts through the holes on the opposite end of the belt. Now that you have the bolts through, you got to put on the washers and the nuts. Now that all the nuts are on, you got to secure them. Now that the splice has been completed, the last steps are to tension and track your belt.